Well, first it was the rugby league with the State of Origin, then the cricket with the day-night games, and now harness racing is starting to welcome back its participants. The turnstiles are clicking over here at Club and Angle tonight. Atmosphere aplenty, and joining me now is a very happy CEO, Mr. Bruce Christison. Well, Bruce, this must be music to your ears, the sound of the turnstiles clicking over. There's atmosphere, there's people having fun, and we're slowly getting to the end of that tunnel.
Yeah, you're right there, Mick. It's been a long wait. It's been a very unusual year for sure, but we're starting to see things are returning to normal. It's our first market night back here tonight, so that's we haven't had one of those since back in February. So that's great to see. And the great thing with events like the markets is they interact with the racing. So we've got a great number of people out getting their food and then going trackside and enjoying the racing and that's what it's about for us is. Events like the markets and other promotions like that, it's about getting people who don't necessarily know about racing interacting with the racing, so that's great. We've had school formals running all this week as well, so that's been great. A lot of late bookings coming in, of course, as the restrictions have started to ease, so that's great to get those non-race night events as well. We're fully booked tonight with Christmas parties here. A lot of those are smaller numbers and they probably could have been now, of course, with changes as recent as Monday coming in with the further easing of restrictions, so that was great for that to happen. Unfortunately, as I say, many of those functions it was probably a bit too late for. But what it's not too late for, of course, is for the events we have to come. So we're very excited as to what that means for the Miracle Mile Carnival especially. That's something we've been waiting eagerly to find out what we may be able to do. And with those restrictions easing, we're very excited about the opportunity for the carnival, especially because people have been waiting so long to get out and do things.
Hopefully by the Miracle Mile Carnival, Bruce, the house full sign will go up. So to avoid disappointment, an ideal Christmas present for a loved one who's interested in harness racing, book a table now for the Miracle Mile restaurant and enjoy Miracle Mile night as a Christmas present. Yeah,
that's a great idea, Mick. Great promotion. No, you are right, because as it stands today, we still are, even with the easing restrictions, we're below our normal capacity. So particularly indoors, outdoors we expect is going to ease far more quickly and allow stronger numbers than indoor is. So yes, people looking for hospitality, I certainly would encourage them to book. The packages are out there on the website and available now, so whether it be for Christmas or be for yourself, or it certainly is a very good idea to get in early, because I think people are really keen to get out and sort of return to normality.
And come Miracle Mile time, Bruce, it could be a Miracle Mile for the ages, not only with the horse talent we're going to have on display, but it also could be the last time we see Mark Purdon and Natalie Rasmussen competing here at Club and Angle.
Yeah, so we obviously don't know where the long-term future lies there, but we do know they'll have representation here for the Miracle Mile Carnival, which is fantastic news. So yeah, I mean, there is going to be some great quality horses available. So yeah, I'd strongly encourage people to get here, as you say, for the racing and for the atmosphere, of course.
And one thing about this magnificent venue, Bruce, you have a lot of venues inside a venue.
That's exactly right. As we're talking about tonight here, fully booked for Christmas parties. So we've got all these events happening within the grandstand buildings here, the marquees. The Menangle Country Club has been very successful once it was able to operate fully. So we've had a lot of functions booked into there as well. So, and it's only 500 metres up the road. So we've got a shuttle bus running between those two venues. So that's a great opportunity both before and after the races as well. To utilise the Menangle Country Club. So as you say, there's a wide range of offerings, different styles of food, so really something for everybody in terms of whether you want a more casual dining experience or a more formal dining experience. So there's a great variety.
It's great to see these two magnificent complexes here at Club and Angle. As you said, Country Club and Angle now starting to come to life.
Yeah, and it was so disappointing to open a brilliant facility like that is, and the amount of compliments we've received about the actual venue itself, also the food served from there. It was so disappointing to be firstly restricted in terms of trade, and then closed down altogether, of course, when the restrictions really got very strong in that early stages of the COVID period. We're now getting towards normal activities there. It's not quite there yet, but we're certainly getting towards it, and it's very exciting times for that venue, and with the residential, which is starting to take place. We're seeing the roadworks, and they're starting to subdivide land and things, so that's very exciting for us as well. I mean, it was one of the main decision-making processes we went through with the venue was the future residential development here. So it's very exciting to see it starting right on our doorstep.
8 months ago, Bruce, did you think we'd make it to December 12 and still be racing? The participants and staff have done a marvellous job.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think probably, to be honest, we all thought the wheels would fall off somewhere there. But as you say, it's been hard in a lot of ways, and some of the rules have been hard to understand at different times and things. But people have just stuck with them, and as you say, the participants, an incredible job, and many of those rules for them were very hard to understand. But New South Wales Health put guidelines in place for us to keep racing. We had to follow them, and follow them they have. So congratulations to the participants for what they've done. Congratulations to the staff and officials as well, because for racing as a whole to keep going right through this period is quite incredible.
And as a result, you're going to be playing Santa Claus a few weeks early for those participants.
Yeah, so we are excited to sort of be able to finally announce some return to normality with the prize money as well. So that's great. I mean, the changes have just been announced, and we return to where we were with midweek prize money going back to $9,000. Most of the tiers go up by $2,000, so our minimum prize money goes from 11 to 13, and as I say, each of those tiers goes up in accordance with that. So it's about $1.6 million for a full year goes back into prize money. And that's on the basis of more positive news on the funding. Our funding's quite a complex model, and it's quite different to the other clubs, and unfortunately there's probably hasn't worked to our favour in recent times with the other corporates coming in and taking a big share of the market, so that hasn't helped us. But that's something we'll address. We are looking at the funding model separately, and hopefully the combination of a change to the funding model and also just continued return to normality will help us to get more money back into prize money in the not too distant future.
Bruce, it's been a tough year on so many levels for so many people, but you're starting to get that smile back you had on your face when you won the grand final with the Cronulla Sharks 2016. Let's hope that continues. As part of personal note, you must feel so relieved.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's tough. It's tough work-wise. It's tough family-wise. So as everybody has experienced, so it has been a really challenging time, and it is great to start to see things going back to normal. I mean, the little things we've talked about. I mean, being able to shake someone's hand when you see them, these sorts of things that we just took for granted forever, and all of a sudden for these types of, and they may on the face of it seem minor, but society just got turned upside down, and it's great to see things starting to return to normal, and things like prize money returning to normal, Miracle Mile Carnival returning to normal. All these things are fantastic. So yeah, it certainly is bringing a smile to my face.
Well, Bruce, it's onwards and upwards, and that Miracle Mile Carnival can't come quick enough.
Yeah, thanks Mick, and Merry Christmas to everybody, and a Happy New Year, and let's hope 2021 brings with it a fantastic time, unlike we've experienced for the last 8 or 9 months.